we are, and welcome to a Passover edition of the Friday Night Movie Podcast, where Lily and I are together sitting at the scene of the Corman family Seder. Well, not this, sort of. Anyways, we're sitting in our parents' apartment. Lily, how do you feel?
Constipated. There's so much matzah.
But you're like always constipated.
But so imagine now. Like imagine now with the amount of matzah. Because when I do Passover at home, I get like 1 or 2 boxes. And so you got to save that for the Seder. And then like, I don't do matzah brai. I'm not a cook. So I don't do matzah brai. So I have like a few matzah pizzas in the house and then that's it. Like I don't have this endless number of matzot.
That is true. We were able to Instacart some matzah.
Instacart, there's like so much matzah that...
How do you get matzah where you live?
I have to bring it. Well, you could order it from the Chabad.
Okay.
They'll give it to you.
But like that's it. It's coming over on a boat from New York or London.
Maybe, yeah, or France. But I bring my own from the U.S.
Okay.
And...
Well...
Yeah. So anyway, so in here, it's just like matzah paradise. And so everybody's eating. It's just everywhere. And I'm backed up like that.
So Becky's traveling and since Becky's traveling, it's just the two of us. But I want to just give a shout out because Becky has really taken over the principal cooking of the main.
I was her sous chef and I sprained my neck. Like... I'm dying after 2 days of being her sous chef.
Becky's Passover food is ridiculously good, and she's introduced new things. Now, we have the classics from Mom, the gefilte fish, the matzo balls, the soup, right? That's all happening. But Becky has brought like a whole other level. We're having lamb with some sort of salt or something flavorful in it.
And then... with some sort of salt. That's how much you know about cooking. I mean, I don't know what was in it, so I'm not going to pretend. But I
don't want to know.
She had like a split. No, you definitely don't.
The key to eating Becky's food
is you don't need to know the ingredients.
Is the ingredients will ruin.
She had a spice blend that she named everything on there. I hadn't heard of half of the things on the list, and I was like, Becky, this is nuts. And then she made a chicken. I know how to make chicken one way. It's chicken. That's what I mean.
She made a chicken that like she can sell that chicken
at a restaurant
on the street, and it's like a healthy take on fried chicken.
Oh no, there was that one. Okay, sorry. She made 2 chickens. You don't want to know what's in there.
Okay.
I had to erase it from. I had to Men in Black myself to know what was.
I don't want to know.
No, but it's so good.
But you don't go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and say, "How did you make this chicken? What are the 12 herbs and spices?" Or 11, whatever.
If that's chicken, even.
Yeah.
But then she made like a lemon. Did you try the other chicken she made?
No, because Mom was making picadillo. Like there's so much.
I had that for dinner.
Once a day here. It was so good. Anyway, yeah. So here we are post.
Hats off to Becky. It's very. I kept saying that she's the Carmi and I'm the Tina. I'm like, I'm your Puerto Rican sous chef or Cuban sous chef, and you're Carmi. And I was just like, yes, chef, yes, chef. But honestly, Shai, after cooking with Becky as her sous chef, like I was chopping, I did the vegetables. I was on vegetables. Not sauces, like God forbid, imagine. No. And I have a sprained neck after cooking for 2 days. I don't know how.
I really come in the third wave and do the matzah brai on the day after the Seder. So it's kind of a different, I have a different.
You're brunch. You're on brunch.
Exactly. I'm on brunch, which is really a strong suit for me.
But the fact that you can even make it so well, like that's a feat.
So I do the brunch and I have to get up early. I get up earlier than everybody else in the family, and I go with Mom, and Mom was very intent because you're like Princess and the Pea. Don't make any noise. We shouldn't even cook. And I'm like, no, we got to cook because we got to have the food ready when people.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I knew.
I'm stealth cooking my matzah brai, mushing my matzah. I don't know what Mom was doing, but it mostly involved taking pots from the highest shelves and throwing them down.
Like a toddler with a bunch of pots.
It was just so much.
It's good. It woke me up so that I could come out and enjoy the matzah brai.
So now I have, that was the Seder. We also saw the very cute babies of our cousins, which was a lot of fun. Mindy and Kelly, Devin, we love your babies.
Just really delicious babies.
Yeah.
But it's a good opportunity. Like I'm going to segue for a second. So her cousin Mindy, shout out to Mindy, has a baby who's not 2 yet. So he's walking. he's adorable, but not really talking. And I said to her, I was like, oh my God, this is the exact like age of Look Who's Talking.
Oh yeah.
And that's such a fun age because like I'm doing his internal monologue, not in the voice of Bruce Willis,
I would watch
in the
that.
voice of Joan Rivers.
I know. I would watch that movie of you doing his internal monologue.
And I'm watching him toddle around, and it made me think of, follow me here on this thread.
Okay.
It made me think of the scene in Look Who's Talking in Look Who's Talking 1, where he's in the stroller and he's passing by all the kids, and he passes by that one little girl, and he's like, hey, you got a haircut? And she's like, oh, I look like a boy, when she's like upset about her haircut. Well, my mother-in-law cut off all my hair.
It actually grew a little bit in the last 2 days.
No, it's straight. It's straight. But when it's curly, it's like a poodle.
It was cut so much that one day of growth and it looks longer.
It's bad. It's bad. It's not a bad. It's not a bad.
Objectively very nice.
It's a nice haircut, but it's a lot of hair.
But you looked like the Rum Tum Tugger when I ran into you when your hair was curly.
When it's curly, I do look like it's full poodle, and
I was like, is she a curious cat? Sorry. No, we're taping the podcast.
Who is it?
Oh, I thought there was somebody else.
It's the world.
It's us.
But I look kind of like.
Yeah, no, it's very funny.
What's the podcast about?
Well, it's 3 siblings that talk about pop culture
and movies. And our mother. Have you heard it?
Yes. Do you seriously want me for 5 minutes?
Yeah, for sure we want you for 5 minutes.
You have to get dolled up because there's a video.
All right, we interrupt this podcast to bring you special guest, Mom. We watched a movie with you last night. We're going to jump into the movie reviews. We watched Back in Action.
And Twisters, but she slept through.
And Twisters. And so you watched half of each of those movies because you were asleep.
But I had seen Back in Action already on an airplane.
And Twisters.
And Twisters on an airplane. So not the same as watching it on a 77-inch television, but still.
So what did you think of Twisters?
I love Twisters. I had a lot of fun. I've actually seen it, I guess, 2 full times because I've seen 1 full version and then 2 that I fell asleep halfway. So...
Lil, what did you think of Twisters?
Glenn Powell's adorable in it.
So Allie could not wrap her head around why I wouldn't have watched this yet. Like, she was like, what do you mean you haven't seen it? And I was like, this is not my algorithm. Even if it has Glenn Powell, but that's the only thing. This movie's not my algorithm.
But it was like, however, Twisters.
However, in a scenario in which I'm with my entire family, and Becky's telling me the entire story in advance, or actually while it's happening.
Like, she's getting into the details of all the real estate stuff that goes on in the movie.
I mean,
like that is a movie that
does not.
The plot does not matter.
It does not.
Glenn Powell is a cowboy PhD. She's upset because she got her friends killed. They fight tornadoes.
He has a PhD in cowboy, though.
So I have to tell you, yesterday we watched it with your eldest and your second child.
And they've seen it before. They saw it, I think, in the theater.
Yesterday we took them shopping.
You can't say their names also.
So edit it out.
You can't. That's not how editing works.
So I'll say it again. So your eldest goes into a dressing room. I knew that she was in the dressing room, but I hadn't seen her go in, so I didn't know what she was putting on.
Mom, are you telling a story about my kid changing?
No, wait. She opens the curtain and she goes, Glenn Powell.
And she's wearing like a gigantic belt.
With a gigantic buckle. That was the entire shopping trip. Everywhere we went, one or both of them would make comments that are references to Twisters. So yes, it was a lot of fun, and the fun kept happening all through the next day.
All right, now can you retell the story about my youngest without saying her name 5 times?
Oh,
I'll just tell it quickly.
No, you always tell it wrong because you exaggerate. We're walking down the street. We're walking down the street, and it was a very windy day, like seriously windy. And all of a sudden, the wind starts twirling the leaves that are on the ground. And she goes, "Oh, look, a twister." Anyway, she keeps walking, and she goes, The wheat has changed direction. It's coming."
It is an amazing thing to get to the level that I am at with my kids now, where Twisters, Back in Action, we went to see Drop in the movie theater. It's just so much
all
fun.
Of you.
Yeah, all of us together.
You're really reliving Friday Night Movie podcast.
No. This is
what it was like going to the movies with you.
And you come out of some of these and they're like, yeah, it was all right, or they liked it, but the fun of us going together is so fun.
Like, I guess it wasn't realistic that we'd all sit down, 14 people or 12 people, that we'd all sit down and watch. Like everybody would watch a new movie together because it's really hard to find something none of us have seen. But I have to say that I am very pleased with the decisiveness of the girls being like, we're watching
kids.
this.
Yeah, because if there is one thing those two kids hate, there's two things those kids hate. One is when I pick the movie, even if it's one they end up liking. Two, they can't stand scrolling forever. It stresses them out because they have a limited amount of TV time that they're allowed to watch.
Right.
And so if you're spending the time scrolling, they're getting anxious.
They're wasting their time and the debate of what we want. And often we don't all agree because there is an age difference. So we have to be careful. You can't just put whatever on, like some crazy horror movie or something. And so also for Mom. And so,
and Becky,
excuse me, just horror.
Although I make Becky watch scary stuff all the time. I'm the Jose to Becky.
I like that. I mean, you got to push the boundaries, but I just really appreciate that. After long days of cooking and family time and everything, they were like, "We're watching this, and it's going on the TV now."
It took us 13 years to get here.
It was. I mean, you've done a good job as
13 years to get here.
I feel like it doesn't matter if they go to high school. This is what matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, also the now that we're in this zone of movies that everyone can enjoy, it's pretty fun. All right, Mom, what'd you think of Back in Action? I feel like it was a real Fania special.
No, it was fun. It was like watching a combination of Mr. and Mrs. Smith and Spy Kids.
Oh, yeah, that's a good description.
But what was incredible was watching a movie about an obnoxious teenage kid. Not that your kids are obnoxious, but just this classic teenager, and Allie cackling and laughing. She could not.
True. I think the best.
It was very real.
And she's seen that movie 3 times already.
The best part of the movie is definitely the parenting. Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx as parents.
They were great. They really nailed it.
And all the jokes and stuff, because the actual action of the Back in Action is it's fine. It's whatever. It doesn't make any sense.
That's a movie where they're so good, those two, and they're so good together. And they only have one scene together in any given Sunday. It's the scene in the locker room. Otherwise, they don't have any. But they are so hilarious and funny together. And
you're right. The parenting thing is the best part of the movie. They are so funny.
Like a mystery box.
Her timing.
Mystery guest coming in the back.
Who's our next? Oh, is Dad the next mystery guest? All right, Dad.
Yeah, you're up.
Oh, Dad's now the mystery guest.
I have 1 minute to be the mystery guest.
All right, Dad. We've watched a bunch of things during Passover. Were you awake?
No.
No. Okay, fine. Then what's your recommendation for everybody listening?
Reacher.
Oh, how was Reacher season 3? Without spoilers, give us your review.
Spectacular.
Because season 2 I thought was terrible.
I like season 3. We like season 3.
Did he have his whole team in this one, or was he by himself?
He was by himself, but he kind of accrues the team onto himself.
Okay, a new team.
A new team.
Not the special investigators.
Not the special investigators.
Okay, because that was the special investigators.
I feel like they were trolling us in season 2 with the amount they said special
Don't
investigators.
mess with the special investigators.
The body count was 17,342.
He killed a lot of people in this one.
This season, he kills a lot of people.
Oh, all right. He kills a lot of people. All right. What are other highlights of the season or standout performances?
Swimming. He swims as well as he bash heads.
He's naked a lot. Some buns.
There's a lot of show. Okay, so far we've got muscles, a team,
a lot of buns.
They must have been an algorithmic feedback thing that they needed more.
They need more buns.
Swims more than once in the ocean.
Mom gave her guest spot to Dad. She thinks, I don't know how many microphones she thinks she has. Mom's managing this interview from far away. And were there any standout performances of character actors or side characters? I know you always pay attention.
What's his name? Michael Hall from the Brat Pack.
Anthony Michael Hall.
Anthony Michael Hall.
Oh, Anthony Michael Hall.
That's a real selling point for me.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He comes back and he plays a kind of badass guy. So out of character, but well done. And a new character, I can't remember her name, British actress who plays a DEA operative, but really gives a stand-up performance that really balances Reacher.
Good. Okay, I loved season 1. So and season 2 of shows is often just falls flat. So I'm willing to power through to season 3.
And it wasn't like there weren't things I enjoyed about season 2, especially at the beginning with the cop, with the guy who gets murdered and everything.
Right.
But it was too much. Anyways, I'm very excited for this. Now, one of the things I do really enjoy in that show, though, is how absolutely enormous Alan Ritchson is. Mom, you want to come back?
He had a minute. He's so big.
Alan Ritchson, he's so big. Like John Cena, I think looks tiny compared to him.
They emphasize how big he is a lot. In other words, the camera angles and his upper body nakedness. He is enormous.
I did not know that's what they called it. Okay.
I think he could
they
make
call
a
it
good
shirtless.
Witcher. His affect. He would make a great Witcher. Great Witcher. One of the things about this episode, as you talked about special agents, the team he does collect and collecting is the right word because it kind of just happens.
And this is Reacher season 3.
Yeah. They all go off grid. There's no one there doing anything legitimate. That makes it a lot of fun.
You're so funny the way you talk about the show. I love it.
What do you mean off grid? Like they're not in the show?
Doing official stuff.
It's not official business, special investigator business.
Oh, because they were very official in the last season.
Yeah, this one, everyone in his quote unquote team.
Well, he's always been off grid. He doesn't even have a phone.
Exactly. But this time, although he has people who are official law enforcement people, everybody has their own agenda, and it's except for like the straight guy. There's a straight guy. Do you know what
I really enjoyed him in? That Gentlemanly Warfare movie.
Oh yes, he's great in
where
that.
he plays like a
I haven't seen that movie yet.
Who doesn't say much.
What?
You
feel
haven't
like that's
seen
your
the
kid's
Gentleman
algorithm.
Okay, Shai, that should be
the Department of Gentlemanly Warfare.
Okay.
What is that?
After you see it, I'll tell you.
With Henry, with the Witcher.
I think Alan Ritchson, as a big muscular guy, is actually a very funny actor. Like I think his comedy timing is really good.
Great timing.
He's fantastic in the Gentlemanly Warfare movie with the actual Witcher, Henry.
Well,
Cavill.
That is a big wreck.
Okay.
That and The Gentleman.
Okay, and The Gentleman.
All right.
Who here went to see them?
She's just saying The Gentleman series.
No, Mom's just throwing out.
Yeah. No, anything with gentleman.
Mom's just reading
Officer and a Gentleman.
Officer and a Gentleman.
Right.
Okay, I mean it. You know the show.
I recommended it to Shai yesterday.
That's because I recommended it to you. Did you give me any credit?
Like just hanging out?
I was at her house and I made them watch the first episode.
Oh. All right. Now, did you watch the Minecraft movie, Mom? Did you go see them? All right. We need that. Everything has to stop right now for Mom's description of the plot of the Minecraft movie. Because I don't know. Look, your son and I had a road trip and it was amazing.
Did he tell you the plot?
Well, no. He explained to me Minecraft for
it's like
40 minutes.
Right?
I mean, it's like Legos. But
Legos and Sims.
But there's
2 modes.
But there's zombies and there's
survival mode. Anyways, you can do
creation mode.
Very, very confusing. Anyways, I mean, he did a good job explaining it to me. I don't think I got the whole plot because it takes a few times. Now, Mom, explain me in the context of what I know about what this game is. What was the plot of the movie?
Okay, I did know that there is such a thing as Minecraft, and I did know that in the simulation game you create worlds and you can use your imagination. It took me a moment, or maybe more than a moment, to figure out what the hell was going on in that show. It was very odd. And then I realized that they got sucked into it's like Jumanji.
It's
They got
Jumanji.
sucked into the world.
Okay. Or Tron or Jumanji?
No, Jumanji.
But it's a video game.
Yes, I guess.
Oh, I guess they're both video
one,
games.
But it's
Jumanji
a
2.
board
Sorry,
game.
it's like Jumanji 2.
a board game. Original.
Not the original Jumanji.
Okay, got it.
Right.
Jumanji 2.
But they get sucked into the game. But only one person gets sucked in on purpose, and that's Jack Black. And he's very funny. But the first part of the movie, it's just Jack creating his world.
Really?
It's very cute. It's very cute. He's very happy.
He likes to be there.
He was in the real
he's
world.
enjoying
He likes
being
that.
in Minecraft. I missed the first 45 minutes of the movie.
Right.
So that was a real wild ride to jump in. I jump in and I sit next to Jose and I was like, what happened? And he was like, I can't tell you anything.
But good for children way. 3 other people get pulled into this world.
4
people?
4
altogether
people.
4 or 4 plus Jack? I can't remember.
No, it's 4 plus Jack.
Anyway, and then eventually they find him, and
Jason Momoa's in it.
Jason Momoa is very funny in it, and he's adorable. Everybody's very cute in it. And the point of the movie is that they have to save it from another world that exists in the world of Minecraft, who has a leader that's gone bonkers and wants to take over all the portals.
Who plays the leader?
Some kind of
it's a pig.
It's a pig. Over.
It's a pig.
It's not. All the other things are animated.
Okay.
But
Only
the voice
these 4
is
people
great.
are human.
Yeah.
But there's obviously
What are the portals? Where are the portals?
No, Shai, stop. No.
No, there are many portals.
No.
You don't quite know
You've
how
gone
you
too
get
far.
to the portal.
No.
You can blow things up with TNT, but then you can take a block and build more things.
I told you. No. And then they smash something and that little square comes up and then they can do something with that.
But the key is that they have these 2 magical blocks that fit into each other, and that's how you get into the portal. I don't remember how Jack Black finds his, and he ends up inside Minecraft.
Okay.
He's mining in like a real mine. It doesn't matter.
He goes into the mine. Yes, the whole Minecraft thing is that he wants to go into a mine and pretend he's a miner, and so he brings a pickaxe. Like Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. He brings a pickaxe and he's singing.
I don't think you can say 7 Dwarfs
he starts
anymore.
banging on the wall, and he finds these 2 pieces that bring him into the portal, and then the movie begins.
Okay.
It's like a reverse Jumanji. He wants to be in the game.
Okay. All right.
The rest of them don't. They don't want to be in the game.
And how did you?
Because the pigs are trying to kill them.
Yeah, it's.
How would you rate this movie, Mom?
I can't. You can't. It's unrateable.
For children, I would say a 3. Definitely, all the kids liked it.
Out of 5, not 10.
Oh no, out of 10. Jack Black's adorable. He's as cute as ever.
But I have to say,
this movie's like doing amazing. People love it. It makes me so happy that all these kids.
Children
the kids love it.
So
I'm happy the kids
I think it's
love
a
it.
3. For the children, they probably think it's like an 8. Ari loved it. Miri loved it. They play Minecraft, so to them.
Well, Ari didn't really play before he saw the movie.
Now he doesn't stop. He's playing Minecraft.
He loves it since he saw the movie.
Oh, so it's really working.
I would. Oh yeah, it's definitely the market's working. I will say though, like story wise, story is very important to me. It's no Super Mario Brothers or Ninja Turtles Mayhem. Like
okay, got it.
Even Jumanji 2. Like I feel like the story.
You mean Jumanji? No, Jumanji 2, like the first one with The Rock and Alex.
Sorry, exactly. This
not the third one.
No. The first one, the actual legit 2, the second, right? The sequel.
What was the reason that Vlad said he didn't want to go see it? He said it's going to interfere with his creativity.
Like he can't go. It's like in Clueless when
we were there without him. I go, oh, thank God Vlad's not here.
It's like Clueless when Diaz like, I can't play tennis because my coach says like it interferes with my game or whatever. Vlad was like, I can't. I can't be subjected to this type of education.
It'll ruin the next Pixar movie.
Exactly. He's like, I can't be subjected.
What was Kung Fu Panda 4 yesterday afternoon?
That one's good.
That was good.
I like
Vlad
that one.
stopped by to watch it. He was interested in it, and
I like that one with the
creativity.
With the chameleon. That one.
That's also with Jack Black.
Yeah, that's a cool movie. I like that one for kids. Yeah. That's a good track.
Kung Fu Panda 3 is the one where he finds his whole family. I took my kids to see that in the theater. I like that one.
He goes with him to save the world.
Yeah, the 4 is great.
Four is really great.
It's rare.
Some of these, by the way, do pay off in the 4th one. Alvin and the Chipmunks Road Trip, the 4th of the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie.
To go deep on the chipmunk canon.
It is like pretty good.
My kids do love Alvin and the Chipmunks.
All I can say is I enjoyed Kung Fu Panda 4, and I love the whole notion that they're saving the spirits that were his nemesis.
Oh, that's
all the
true.
spirit fighters throughout all the other movies that were his nemesis.
That's great. And
where he learned
the
from
bad
them.
guy in Kung Fu Panda 4 is so good. And Aquafina plays like a Robin Hood type. Well, just because
Like
she's a fox. I don't know. It just didn't remind me of Robin Hood because she's a fox, and she's
fabulous.
So I went to see a movie, another movie we did a Friday night movie, and this was, I would say, a little edgier than normal, but a classic Friday night movie. No, Mom, I need you for this. Because this is one
About Twisters.
Mom would love, and Mom would have predicted. I predicted a lot too, but Mom would have predicted everything in the first minute. And
Which one?
The Amateur with Rami Malek and Lawrence Fishburne and Holt McEnany. It's like a Bourne thing. It was a trailer. It's a movie.
In the theater?
Yeah, it's like a good spy movie, like a solid spy
Never
movie.
even heard of this
but
movie.
because Rami Malek,
bless you,
because Rami Malek is the lead, it's like you can't stop watching it because he's such an incredible actor. And so,
but the movie itself.
So the premise of the movie is he's a cryptographer for the CIA, like a meek, small little guy. And
The Amateur,
and his wife gets murdered. So it's a little bit reminds me of Frantic with Harrison Ford. His wife gets murdered, and he decides that he is going to blackmail the CIA into training him to be an operative so he can kill the people that kill.
John Bernthal, Rachel Brosnahan.
Oh yeah, Bernthal's in it too. So he can kill the people that murdered his wife. And Mom, are you busy?
No, sorry.
His mom's texting.
No, I'm reading a message that's timely.
Okay.
I'm sensitive.
And so it's got
it's got a great cast.
The acting is it's your typical like not fish out of water, like kind of like Chuck, but very serious. Guy who shouldn't be a field operative gets trained to be a field operative. But what is great about the movie is that he doesn't suddenly become this amazing ninja. He has to capitalize on the skills that he is good at with the little bit of knowledge he's able to get in training as he goes on this mission, while he's, of course, rogue. The CIA is chasing him. His mentor, the guy who trains him, Lawrence Fishburne, is chasing him. And so there's a lot of that. My biggest criticism of the movie, and there's some wild, elaborate deaths that he plans for these bad guys.
Sounds great.
But it's a quiet. It's actually a pretty quiet movie. It's not like a beat 'em up crazy
or like Mission Impossible.
Or Mission Impossible. No, it's a little bit more like slow. Not slow. It's tense, but it's not big ninja invincible superhero action. It's more cerebral.
Oh, it's a remake.
Is it?
Oh yeah,
from 1982.
Oh, wow.
I thought I had seen.
That's really interesting. Yeah, that's the same plot. Okay, who was in the original?
Year you were born.
Who was in the original?
This guy.
No, but look at the more.
Oh, I will.
Oh no, nothing.
Okay. Nothing. No one. Okay.
Well,
so I was going to ask: Is it a like a sequel type thing? You think or no?
No. It must be a remake of the same story. Well, no. I will say
the way they leave it.
I'm sure. I don't know for sure if they always intended it to, but they clearly either tested and got the results, or they just knew from watching the movie that they left it open. They left it. They definitely leave it open for what could be a very enjoyable sequel.
And Christopher Plummer.
Oh,
in the original.
That's great. So this is one of those ones where it was a solid, spy movie, but the acting is so good that it levels it up. And Rami Malek's so intense in it that it's really great to watch. But when you're talking about villains,
he plays the CIA agent.
Yeah, but the big bummer about it, I would say, like my criticism is that the villains are like paper cutouts, and so
there's no like Alan Rickman.
So I mean, that's not the point of the movie. The point of the movie is really him making the decision and what he's willing to do and not do.
Cool big bad.
The bad guys are
like the show The Recruit, where he's this new kid that somehow ends up being a field agent, doesn't know what the hell he's doing, and he has to figure it out.
No, it's a little more complicated than that.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think of an example of I can't think of.
Okay, but there's no big bad, which sucks.
There are big bads, but they're kind of irrelevant. Like they all actually, they all look
So
the
it's
same.
really all about the character.
They're literally
that-
cutouts.
Yeah. It's more about what he's doing to them than their personalities. And
Interesting.
and so I reckon it's like a really solid Friday night movie. It was like a fun watch. We all watched together. And so I recommend that. And then while we're recommending, I just want to give one recommendation to a short film that I saw that I am a co-producer on, which is The Music Store, written, directed, and starring Joe Gillette. And this movie is fabulous. It's beautifully shot. There's amazing acting in The Music Store. And I hope at some point it's widely available. But wow, it's just like, it's about two brothers.
And if it's about a music store, it's right in your algorithm. You said you couldn't figure out Shai's algorithm, music store.
But it's also about siblings because it's about two siblings who inherit their father's failing music store. And it's about them kind of coming together and figuring out how each of them can be useful in this process, but also dealing with grief. It's a very sweet movie. I highly recommend it.
Oh, cool. I'm going to sign off. Bye, everyone.
All right. Well,
Thank you for inviting me in.
It's rare to get the
white-haired wonder returns. So
I'm just gonna go make coffee. It's so loud.
She's gonna. We better stop before she makes coffee.
Yeah.
So this has been a fun but chaotic
Catch up
episode. We had.
You expect no less from being in the living room of Mom and Dad's apartment.
Yeah, it's almost like we did this episode this way on purpose so that we could have
surprise guests.
Surprise guests. This is the surprise guest episode. Lily, do you have anything else you want to recommend?
The show 3 Women on Stars I thought was excellent. Not safe for work, but excellent. Recommended by cousin Vanessa. So shout out to her. And I think
I have moved this camera 4 times and you keep moving out of the camera. I just want you to know. Now I know.
Getting closer.
Now I know why you're always in the wrong place because you just naturally find the wrong place. Oh, who's the next?
Just Rocket.
Just the dog. All right.
Yeah, I recommend that show.
Okay. Very cool. Well then, this has been fun. Love you. Happy Passover, everyone.
Hugs, Amaya.
Hugs, Amaya. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We're not getting away without this one last thing.
What?
So last night we're hanging around the table and after eating Mom's picadillo and everyone's laughing and Lily's arms go up in the air.
I cannot believe you're putting me in this public. It's an experiment.
Something looked very strange. I'm like, what is going on there? Did you burn yourself? And there's it looked like you toasted your armpit. What is happening?
I have like a strawberry blonde hair.
What is happening in your armpit?
I'm doing an experiment of just seeing how long it grows. My armpit hair.
Like in the peanut butter solution? You want to see
what's that?
That you never saw the peanut butter solution?
No.
Nightmare fuel Canadian movie from when you were a kid about a kid
who grows his armpit hair?
Well, no. So this one kid loses his hair. And so he goes to some witch or something. I'm really mixing this up. And he has to make this solution out of peanut butter that he tries to put on his head to make his hair grow. And then the hair won't stop growing. And it's that's out of control. But his friend puts it on his junk because these are kids in elementary school.
Oh,
and it won't stop growing out of his pants.
She sure won a lot of awards. It sounds terrible. Speaking of Canadian content that doesn't involve my armpits.
Am I not allowed to tell that story?
I don't care. I'm not ashamed.
So are we going to have an update?
I mean, I'm going to shave it eventually. I just was it's winter. I wonder how long this grows. And I think it's a good example to set for I'm raising boys that not all women are hairless cats.
Okay.
So, not that I even have a lot. You couldn't even tell what it was, and it's been months.
No, I honestly thought you burned yourself. It just looked like
it's a pathetic attempt to I don't know. You remember that famous picture of Julia Roberts on that runway, on that premiere in the red dress where she waves her arm to everybody, and she's got a forest of armpit hair, and everybody was like, "What?" And she was like, "Oh, I didn't even think about it." She didn't shave her armpits then. And I was like, that's such a great example of I don't know.
She's Julia Roberts.
She's Julia. I did think about this the other day. I was like, she is Julia Roberts, but also, like, I can't grow that much hair. So I was like, what's the point of this? I was like, sadly, I was like thinking of that picture, and she's got like armpit hair. It like comes out of the arm, like a, like legit. And this has been going on for at least 5 months, and you couldn't even tell what was there. So I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not committing to it fully. I don't think that you need to have an update, but I don't think it's going to get very long. But I also was like, in case my kids notice, which I don't think they will now because you can't even see it. I was like, I think it's important to like show that, not like women have, that's legit. Women also have hair.
Great.
It's just an experiment.
You didn't burn yourself.
I didn't.
Do you have any?
You don't know what's even happening in there.
Do you have any? Do we have any more? I mean, we've all been around mom and dad for a couple of days. Do you have any more funny mom stories?
Yes, she fell asleep on the couch, like during the second half of Twisters, which is not a short movie. She fell asleep on the couch, like so hardcore that we paused the movie to try to get her to go to bed. And so like she would be accompanied to bed by dad, like to get her to go. And she's in a deep sleep and she just wakes up and she goes, I'm decompressing.
Well, now we're signing off for real.
All right.
Love you guys. Bye. Thank you for listening to Friday Night Movie, the sibling rivalry and pop culture podcast. Join the Friday Night Movie family by following @FriNightMovie on all of the socials and visiting our website, FriNightMovie.com. Our theme song is by What Does It Eat? And make sure to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for listening.